This video is a representative guide for the candidate to understand the candidate instructions and exam login process. Welcome to the video on remote assessments. In this video, we will specifically take a look at the end-to-end candidate's instructions, which you will have to follow during any remote, proctored assessment. It is very important to start with self-registration and launcher download 1 hour prior to the assessment. Do not start the launcher before the assessment start time. If you have already downloaded the iLeon launcher as part of your IRC or DRC checks, you can continue to use the same and launcher need not be downloaded again. Also, make sure that you are using the same computer in which you have completed your IRC or DRC check successfully. Do not use your mobile phones or Android OS to do the self-registration or to launch the exam. If in case you are operating from an Android mobile, your exam will be cancelled or invalidated. Note: during the examination, you are being observed by a remote proctor. If you indulge in any malpractices, you will be debarred or disqualified from giving the examination. To protect the privacy of the individuals, we have blurred the images in this demonstration video. System requirements. In this step, ensure that your systems and internet bandwidth and speed are checked as against the requirement of taking the remote assessment. The following factors will be checked on your system. In upcoming slides, we will take a look at each of these parameters one by one. In case if you face any issues during this process, you will have an ability to communicate the issue to the technical help desk through live chat option available on the link received in your email. Availability of webcam. The system to be used must have either an integrated webcam or an attached webcam. Ensure the webcam is functioning. To check this, first open the webcam application installed on the system, for example type webcam in search bar to locate the application. And then, click View Sample Pictures and Video of Self. Ensure uninterrupted and exclusive access to the webcam. Close all third-party applications installed on your system to capture images or videos, including UCam. Uninstall UCam software for the duration of assessment. Active, dedicated internet bandwidth. Active and consistent internet connectivity is required throughout the session. Next is firewall and proxy setting. For a system with active firewall, ensure that the firewall setting is turned off for the duration of assessment and disable all proxy setting. System screen resolution. Please ensure system screen resolution is set to 1024 x 720 only. Please refer the links provided to change system's resolution based on operating system. Browser setting. Recommended Google Chrome browser for best experience. Please verify the upcoming key checkpoints in browser setting before starting self-registration or the assessment. Zoom level. Set the browser zoom level to 100%. Please access the zoom level setting by clicking on the 3 vertical dots displayed on the right-hand corner of your browser window as shown. Camera access. Access to camera should be allowed for browser. On Google Chrome, please navigate to Settings, Privacy and Security, Site Settings, and then Camera. Follow the steps mentioned in the website for more information about browser access to camera. Note: in case you are using organization-controlled system, it is possible that organization's security policy would require admin access to change these settings. Please read through the antivirus details shown on the screen. Launcher details. The IPA launcher, once downloaded, can be used for future assessments. You need not download the launcher every time before the assessment. System upgrades. The launcher, if any update, is available while launching. Read the details of the operating system and supported browsers for iLeon application, as shown on the screen. In case, if your desktop or laptop is using Windows 7 operating system, then check and ensure if it has the latest service pack installed. There are two approaches to determine the service pack installed. For service pack check, approach 1. Read the below steps to execute the service pack check. The second service pack check approach is listed. Follow the steps mentioned below and check the status of your service pack. If service pack 1 is not installed, follow the instructions to download and install SP1 from the URL mentioned. Repeat the steps given in the previous approaches to verify the version again. In case the service pack is not installed, please arrange for a separate system to take the exam. In case an error encountered says failed to execute script main, it is an indication of incorrect operating system being used. General troubleshooting. In case any issue is encountered during course of assessment with an error message indicating that the session is locked, you are required to follow these steps as shown on the screen and make a note of it. Please ensure the browser has full access to webcam and there are no running an active firewall or antivirus programs. Before you start for the self-registration process, carefully read the photo upload guidelines. Following these simple guidelines or prerequisites will help to ease the self-registration process. Please read the following prerequisites. Remote assessments requires active internet connection throughout the session. The exam is monitored using your computer or device camera. Therefore, ensure you sit in a well-lit area while taking assessment. Your face should always be visible properly in the camera. Do not cover your face or camera while taking the assessment. It is recommended that you sit with a wall behind you to avoid any background movements on the camera. The exam URL and credentials will be shared with you prior to the exam. Please ensure you keep checking your email for the same. Steps to log in to remote proctored assessment. Log in to the NQT application page and click on the View Details button. You will be invited to the exam in shifts. Details will be sent to your registered email ID. Click on the Login Details tab to check the link to take the online exam date and shift time. Access the assessment link URL on your Chrome recommended browser. The assessment link will be a part of the email which you will receive. Click on the link to launch the examination. Wait for the login screen as shown below. Note, you can access the link and complete the self-registration process 1 hour before the exam to avoid any delays. Having issue logging in, click here on the live chat option to connect with our representatives. Enter your NQT ID as your login ID. Your password would be your 10-digit mobile number that you used during your registration process. Click on Login to access your exam. Click on Launch to complete the exam as per the shift timings given. Note, if you log in prior to the registration time you will see this message as there are no events scheduled for you. Only during the registration time mentioned in your email you will be able to launch the assessment and proceed with self-registration. Make sure you are completing the self-registration well ahead of the exam start time mentioned in your email to avoid any last-minute issues and delays. Please ensure that the browser allows the camera access. A message is displayed on the screen as the camera permission is not available or detected. Points to take actions, if required. Enable pop-ups, if prompted. If in case your system asks for permission for webcam usage, then please do provide permission from browser settings. Click on pop-up block camera icon on address bar. Before logging in to appear for your assessment, it is highly important that any application using webcam is stopped completely. The browser should have full permission to use webcam for entire duration of assessment. Click on Always allow the site to access camera. You can change the setting post-examination. Allow the browser to use your device camera to capture your photo video. The self-registration and candidate consent screen appears. From the Select Camera drop-down list, select the camera that you want to use. Please ensure that no other application is using camera before starting the exam. Allow the browser to use your device camera to capture a photo or video for proctoring during the exam. After you enable the camera, your picture should be visible on the photo window. Read the instructions given below to capture the photo. After reading the disclaimer, select the checkbox and provide your consent for capturing your photos or videos during the assessment. Important point to note: your personal data, including the captured photo and video, is used only for proctoring and will not be shared with any third party. Now, click on the Validate button. If your images do not meet the required specifications, the system will display a warning message. Next on screen appears the page to upload the document to be captured as an identify proof. Please note, the option to capture the identify proof document depends solely as per the examination body's decision. If prompted, follow the steps as shown below. In case of live capture, select the camera from the drop-down and click on Live Capture or browse and upload the document. Note: Aadhaar card is not allowed as an identify proof. Only college ID card, PAN card, driving license, voter ID, and passport are allowed as an identify proof. Display your identify proof document on screen. Ensure the area is well lit and document is properly visible in front of camera. Click on Save to capture the identify proof ID. On successful validation of your photos, after meeting all the specified requirements, you will be directed to this page as displayed. Note: write down this unique key on a piece of paper and you will be prompted to enter the same when you launch the exam from the launcher. When the launcher starts, all the applications will be closed, hence write down the key on a paper. The unique key token generated is valid for the entire duration of the assessment unless the internet session is disconnected. If the internet is disconnected, a new unique key is generated. Download the launcher compatible for your operating system by clicking the appropriate OS icon. You will see the launcher download option specific to your operating system. For example, if you are using Windows OS, then only Windows download will be visible. Extract, unzip the downloaded file and start the IBA launcher. The IBA launcher window appears. Right-click on the launcher exe file and click on Run as Administrator. Enter the unique key token generated, select the browser, select the camera, select the checkbox, and then click Launch to start the assessment. This action will forcefully close all other programs that are running. It is recommended that you download the IBA launcher in advance, before the actual exam start time. This will help you to log into the assessment on time. Secondly, after self-registration process, even if you click on the launch button before the actual exam start time, the above message will be displayed, stating that your exam has not started yet, and will display your actual exam start time as well. Read the general instructions displayed on screen carefully. Select the I have read and understood the instructions and agree to adhere to them disclaimer checkbox. And then, click I am ready to begin button. Read the group instructions and click Proceed to start the assessment. Accept the terms and conditions displayed on your console. Read and understand the exam instructions, subject-specific instructions. Focus on the activity to be performed on the screen to solve the question being displayed. Keep track of exam timer. Look for any on-screen messages and respond immediately as per the message received. Do be aware that any suspicion of malpractice or attempted use of unfair means can lead to your disqualification. Things not to do. Do not cover the webcam or switch to the webcam at any point from start of examination till your examination is submitted. Do not consume any breakfast, meal, snacks, beverage. If at all you need to drink water, have a water bottle near your computer, and drink in front of the camera. Do not use your mobile phone or any other communication device during the course of examination. Do not look down from the camera even to do any rough work. Use the calculator tool provided on the screen. If at all any rough work needs to be done, it should be clearly visible in the camera that you are doing some rough work only and not looking down for something else. Do not leave the computer or examination ahead of allotted exam end time, even for water or restroom break. Do not hit X on top right corner to close the launcher window. Here are general instructions while taking the exam. The TCS NQT duration is of 120 minutes, which is mandatory for all candidates. Additionally, candidates who have opted for subject NQT programming will get additional paper on programming for 60 minutes duration. It will be a continuous running test combined with NQT 120 plus 60, total 180 minutes duration for candidates who have chosen programming. There will be no time break in between. Each section in this test has a predefined time limit. You cannot view or edit the responses of questions you have already attempted or answered. Next, we will take a look at the subject-specific instructions, that is, for NQT and NQT programming. The NQT will have the following 3 sections arranged as per the sequence and time limit period. Next, we have NQT programming. The NQT programming will have the following 3 sections arranged as per the sequence and time limit given. There are sequence numbers, section names, number of questions which will be available, as well as time to be spent. Note, it will be a test running for 180 minutes, with no time break in between NQT and subject NQT programming, for candidates who have chosen to appear for programming. Wishing you all the best for your exams.